Yo, what's up? So, on today's stream, we're going to continue with the PNG VFX system. So, last day we were um, improving the optimization of the game, but that aspect is almost done. I just need to add an option to remove decals, but that's the only thing left for optimization. So now I'm going to continue with the PNG variants. So basically, off stream, I decided to use a mesh render instead of a sprite, like a sprite animation. So I use a shader instead of an animator, which technically is better for performance. But there's a problem, and it's that the mesh renderer can only render like this quad, which is this size. So if I want to upscale it, I need to create a child object. I'm going to do that. So let's create. I need some conventions, like some convention for naming this tail object. I need to call it PNG variant. I think I'll call it line. And then these two components here, I'm going to copy them here. Well, here I'll just select the quad. And then for the mesh renderer, I'll copy component and then to delete. Well, first I'm going to paste it. And then let's delete these two, remove and remove. Okay. And then we have to, on the code, now instead of searching for the mesh renderer component, I'm going to search for a child object whose name is PNG variant, and I'll just enable or disable the whole child object. And that's it. That's how it will work. So how do I do that? I need to instead of mesh renderer, just do a game object, and then here instead of using the get component, I need to use the transform. So like VFX dot game dot transform find, and then PNG variant. I think this should work probably. So what this does is it searches for this tail object. If it doesn't find it, then it will be null. No problem with that. We can just have this. And now since this is a game object and not component, I need to use the is enable. Or what's the method, bro? It was a method. I think it was is enable or yo delta. I think you're the first person to join. Like there's literally no one besides you watching. I thought that there will be more people today since it's Friday, but bro, this is more dead than ever. Mm, bro, I don't remember the. Oh, I think it was is active, probably. And here I want to make it false or true. Okay, true. So it is true. Now you know what Bash feels like when he streams low. Yeah, but he doesn't stream, bro. When does Bash stream? That was like 6 months ago or something. Okay, so I think this should work. Let me see if I get any errors. Okay, there are no errors. Yo, Camlock, what's up? So yeah, this seems to work, I guess. So let's do the same thing here. instead of true, we use false. And then we have to, like, this is for the auras, I think. Yeah, because we're going through the characters. And then for the VFX and the blast, we use this function here, I think. Let me make sure. Round render rock. This is for the rocks. Yeah, this is the only other place I have to change it. I think you're using Sprite. Yeah, this is the only place. Okay, Rob, thanks, Camel, for passing by. Really appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, here I need to like I'll just copy paste the same code from here. I want to turn it to true. So I'm going to copy this one here. Okay, let's hope this works. I got like 900 errors. VFX. Okay, maybe VFX is. Wait, what? This line 160 from here? What? Why am I getting. Bro, I literally compiled before and I didn't get an error, and now I'm getting the error. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Actually makes sense. It's just to be dot in object, but I still don't understand why didn't I get the error before. Who cares? Bro, I'm still getting errors. Okay, it does not contain a definition for isActive, which means that that's not the name of the function. Is it is enabled? I don't remember, bro. It's enabled? No. Bro, what was the name of the function? Maybe disable the object code. Set active. Okay, set active. I almost got it. Set active, set active. Okay. Okay, now I'm not getting any errors. This is cool. So by default, this object will be disabled like this. But I also need the component which, what was it called? No loop PNG. It's this one. No, it's not this one. It's a no no loop sprite, because this basically sends to the shader, which is inside of this material. It sends to the shader the current time, so the explosion knows when to start playing. I'm going to like. I don't think I need to do any modifications, but I'm going to look at the code just in case. Okay, it just gets the renderer from the same, like from here. It gets the renderer and then it accesses the initial time, and yeah, I don't need to modify it at all. So yeah, basically by default this is turned off, but if you spawn a blast while having the PNG options turned on, then this will get on and the visual effect will get off. And yeah, that's it. So technically right now, so the thing is, now that this is a separate object, I can actually make this quad bigger. It's pretty cool, because before I couldn't do it. So now let's try this out. So I'm going to turn it off because it has to be off by default. And then let's override. And now let's try to destroy a rock and see if it works. I can also show you now the key blast. What? What is this, bro? Bro, what? I think the camera is like the game is getting the wrong camera. Wait, wait a second. I think I messed up something before. Mm, bro, why is the wrong camera getting assigned? Like I don't understand how does the game decide which camera is the main camera? Bro, like it's going to the other camera. Like why? It's literally using this one instead of the actual main camera, which is this. I'm just going to disable it. Like this is a camera I need for converting my VFX into PNGs. So I can just disable it. Okay, and for some reason now the game looks smaller. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. Okay, it actually works, but it's so slow, bro. Okay, but it works. That's the important thing. Now we just need to like adjust the animation speed. It's so slow. I don't- Just need to come here and like make it 10 times faster maybe. And also I still need to use point loop filter and no compression apply. Okay, now it should be way better. I hope. Okay, I need to make it big. Why is it? Why does it look like yellow? Like the borders are kind of bit yellow. I maybe I'm making it up. It feels like it's a bit yellow. No, let me open this. Yeah, like look at the sprites, bro. It's yellow. Why is it yellow? It's so weird. Okay, I'll just apply like a black and white filter to the sprite sheet. Like I don't really see the yellow. Well, yeah, there's a bit of yellow there. So yeah, and I'll just do this black and white, and now there's no more yellow. Let's select and close, and let's restart. Also, I need this to be bigger. Like it clearly is not big enough. So let's make it big. Create a more pixelated smoke. Yeah, this is for like very low-end mobile phones that cannot support the VFX system I use. I'm making this alternative so that everyone can see VFX, even if it's less quality. Okay, bro, why does the game window look so small? Like, look at all of this blank space here. Bro, it's still too small. Why is it so? Oh, I didn't apply the changes. I'm kinda not very intelligent. Okay, that's better. Like, of course, it looks too deep. Like, that's that's the point, you know. I would like it though if there was like you can see there's a line where the sprite cuts. With the VFX system, there's an option for avoiding that. Like if I charge key, like you can see the smoke smoothly disappears on the ground, or what happens. Like it exploded, bro. Okay, so let me see if I can find that option here, but this is the shader graph. But I'm not going to make the rocks actually break. Do you know how hard will that be? Like I will need to add physics to the rocks, like 3D physics, and that will make like mobile phones explode. I cannot do that. Mm, bro, I don't know. Maybe it's impossible. Let me ask an AI. Mhm. Or it's either they sink into the ground or they just disappear. You can choose. That's the two options. Well, I guess I can also make them like explode into tiny particles, but I'm not going to do that right now, bro. I have so much stuff to do for this update. Like this update is generally like the idea behind this update is fixing problems. Like that's the main point. Fixing all of the problems so I don't have to care about problems anymore in the future and I can just add content later on. So I'm not going to do any secondary quests like that, bro. Mm, Okay, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. But if I want to change it in the future, so there's no like ugly code like this. Like right now, I'm talking about this line here. It's not smooth. So like technically, it's possible to fix it, but I don't think I'm going to fix it right now. It's like it's gonna annoy you, bro. What? Look at that shadow, bro. Do you see that square shadow? Okay. How do I avoid that shadow happening? Oh, I just have to remove this cast shadow skin. Okay. I'm going to do the same for the other thing. Where's the... Or do I have the other shadow graph? Shadow graph. Is it here? Yeah, here. Cast shadows. Okay, so yeah, like this kind of looks alright. Like it's good enough. It's as good as it can get without using actual VFX. Just like I cannot give it volume. Like everything, all of the smoke has to be on the same like place. You know, wait, what? Why are these explosions even working? They should not be working, bro. Why are explosions working? That doesn't make any sense, bro. Okay, I'm getting errors. I guess that's the problem. 232 in the graphic settings script. So here, and what's the error about? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. What? Yeah, that's why I'm taking if it's null, you know, or maybe it's this, like the VFX. No, that doesn't make any sense, bro. Like I'm using the same code as before, bro. Bro, what? But there's literally a visual effect here. Why does it tell me that reference not set to an instance of an object? Unity is trolling, bro. If you're using sprites instead of VFX. Mm, I really don't get what the problem is. Like, what happens if I comment these two lines? Or what is this error? I keep getting it. Look, the number still goes up. It's from line 160. Bro, what is this? Okay, I really don't get what the problem is. Oh, it's because I'm trying to access game object. Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to make this a transform, and then if, okay, if this is not null, then here I use the game object. It should be fixed now. Please, no more errors, bro. No errors so far, and explosions are not showing. It's easy. But yeah, I fixed it. Bro, look at this flying vehicle. Ain't that cool, bro? Okay, so yeah, basically this is how, at least for now, the PNG variant of the smoke effect is going to look. I'm sorry if it looks like crap, but at least you can see something because until now you couldn't see anything at all. So this is at least better than having nothing. Like, I mean, it's not even that bad, you know. Okay, so we also decrease this lifetime. Like, there's no need for 10 seconds. And now I'm going to get into the grinding of like getting all of the sprite sheets. And in order to do that, I need to turn back this camera on. And basically, I need to put in front of the camera the effects that I want to record, and I have to record them and create sprite sheets. Smoke effect is fine. But do you mean the pixelated one? Or are you referring to the good one? Because like, wait, bro, I'm getting again the wrong camera. Like, I mean this one here. Like, the main problem it has is that it cuts there. That's my main concern. Oh, I actually have a pretty good idea. Look, okay, hear me out, bro. I can do something very epic, which will make it look way better. Like, way, way, way better. Bro, I'm a genius. I need to find a reference to put it there. So, look, I'm going to, like, this is just a quad. A quad is just like a rectangle where a PNG gets displayed. I'm just going to rotate it like this, bro. And that's it. So easy, bro. And now, like, it will cover more terrain. Let's apply it and let's see how it looks. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty epic, probably. Or hack this camera. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely better. Like now it covers way more than before. I'm going to angle it even more. Even more. So like I don't know, 45 degrees maybe. Like of course it's going to pad on it when it reaches the terrain, but I want it to cover as much ground as possible so it looks more 3D, even though it's actually 2D. And like later on, not right now, but in the future, I can figure out how to make the smooth transition from the sprite to the ground. Like there's definitely a way of doing so, but I don't want to do it now. It is pretty good. Is it better now, Delta? And let's move on to the next thing. So now what's the small destruction? It's just like, okay, it's just this hit here. Right in it. Thanks, bro. I know. Okay, so like this one is a bit stupid to like record it because this is just one smoke sprite. Like generally VFX are composed of many smoke sprites. Like if you look at this one, here there are a lot of single smoke sprites appearing in random positions. So this one makes sense to record it, but like in particular, the small one is literally just one, you know? So like why would I even record it, bro? I think I'm just going to use the sprite the original sprite sheet. It's just like Unity gives you some sprite sheets that you can use, like the small one. You just download them and you can put them inside of the VFX graph and do VFX with them. But I'm actually getting numbers on this stream. Like I just saw 9 users at the same time, but like no one is talking besides from you. But well, it's nice to have at least number. Okay, so let's. I have to find where do I have the sprites for the smoke. Like I have no clue where are they. Project. Mm, visual effects instruction. Okay, here it is. Okay, but the problem is that this is not a. It's a squared. Like it's not a linear sprite sheet. I need it to be like this. Mm. Or maybe I can adjust the shader so it can support non-linear sprite sheets. I think I should do that because like having this kind of sprite sheet is very awful. This basically sucks, like having just one line instead of multiple lines. How can I add that kind of support? I will need to use also the Y offset, I guess. Mm, right now I'm using like the frame quantity. I just have a frame quantity, but it's not like X and Y. I will need a new Y frame quantity. Mm, so like right now, what this does is using like a frame quantity, and then wait, bro, this is so confusing. So you divide the time by the frame quantity, and you get the modulo from that. So if the frame quantity is like 5, for example, this right here will go from 1 to 5, no, from 0 to 5. Mm, and then that will get divided by the total frame quantity, so that will convert it to like a number from 0 to 1, and then that's what you use for the offset here. But if I want to add a y-axis too, then what? Then I need to do like the same for the y component. Maybe I can make this right. Maybe I can keep. No, bro. Still don't go. Mm, okay, maybe I can multiply the frame quantity by the frame quantity 1. So like I multiply them, then I floor them, so I get like an integer. Then this is like the total amount of frames. Then I can use this on the model here but then like it will only apply X offset, but I also need Y offset. So I somehow need to know where to apply each one. Mm. Like every time the X coordinate does one loop, the Y coordinate has to add one offset. I don't know how to count that. Okay, wait, I actually know how to do it. Like this is the modulo, but there's also the result from the division, which will count how many times this has happened. No, that only works for like the no loop one. On the loop one, the division result can be extremely big because the time doesn't get reset. So, uh, maybe I can use this one for the modulo, and then before dividing, I can count. Okay, I think this will be the best way. Like, I put this here. Now this will give me an integer corresponding to the current frame. So from that integer, I have to calculate the position on the sprite grid. So for example, if we have this is a 5 times 5 sprite sheet. So if I have like, if this gives me a 16, for example, I will need to divide that 16 by 5, which is the, like, do you have to divide it by the x or the y axis? Mm, yeah, I have to divide it by the x because, like, if this had 10 columns instead of 5, then 16 will correspond to the second row, and that means that dividing by 10 should give me 1. So yeah, like, this result I have to divide it by the x string quantity, and this now gives me the row. This is the row number. And then the yeah, like I divide it and then I need another module for the rest, and the rest will be the column. So here I put this. I even put this. It's just going to stay there. Here I have to divide by, no, it's like the same division, but the modulo part. No, wait, this divide actually gives me, okay, I need to floor this divide. Isn't there a divide which gives me the floor directly? Do I have to use the floor? I'll just use it. Floor. And now, so this is the column, no, the row, and this is the column. So now, bro, this is getting so complex. Is this going to be good for performance, bro? Well, actually, like this part, I'm going to delete it. I can just delete this completely. Mm, so yeah, this is the row, and this is the column. And now they have to do is for the row, I need to divide divided by the amount of rows. Since this is the row, I need to divide by the amount of rows so I can get a number between 0 and 1. So the amount of rows is this in quantity. And then well, let me actually change the name. Like, let's call it X frames and this one Y frames. Then this gives me the number between 0 and 1 for the, for what is this? Divide 1. What is that from, bro? Oh, okay. That's for the tiling, which I don't know what it is, bro. What's the tiling, bro? Do you have to modify that too? Like here I am, maybe I have to input something for the y-axis here. This is 1 divided by the amount of frames on the x component, so like here it will be 1/5. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to add one for the y-axis too. So let me add here y frames, oh sorry, 1 divided by y frames. Then I put that instead of the y component. And now we just need the offset, which is going to be like mm, I hope I didn't mess up anything. Now I need a vector 2. I don't like this color I'm getting. It doesn't give me too much confidence. Well, I'm going to test it. Whatever. Let's add like let's test material. Let's create image filter swap image render. Let's add this. Now here I'm going to add the loop sprite shader. This texture, I'll add the explosion thing. Explosion. So ver- okay, now this has 5.5 frames. Oh, it's working, bro. First try. No, is it working? I'm not sure. Let me increase the speed. No, this is not working. This is definitely not working. Like, it's kind of doing something, but that's not how the animation should work. I have no clue what's happening. Okay, I'm going to create like a very simple sprite sheet, which will consist on just some numbers. I actually just want uh like this upper part. Mm, and also for this. And I'll just write like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's move them to the right spot, something like that. And now let's try this 3 times 3. Okay, yeah, this is completely wrong, bro. Okay. Like it should say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, but it's doing like 6, 3, 7, 4, 1, 8, 5, 2. Okay, bro. Mm, okay, let's go again through all of this. But this was not planned for today. Like this is I'm actually going into secondary quest. So this is the total amount of frames. So what we do is we take the current time and we get a number between 0 and the total amount of frames. Then for that number, we do two different divisions. No, only one actually. We divide by the amount of rows. So like here, we divide by 3, which gets us like 9 divided by 3. It gives us a 3. And then this 3, we divide it by the amount of rows again. It's okay, yeah, I'm seeing the problem. Yeah, this is no good. Like, this is giving me a 1, but I don't need a 1. Okay, is it giving me a... No, wait. No, like, this is a number. Like, for example, if I get the number 6, then 6 divided by 3 is 2. and then 2 divided by 3 is like 2 divided by 3, like it's a number from 0 to 1. So yeah, that's technically correct. That means like the second row. And yeah, that's correct. It's the second row. And for the y component, we get the modulo, which is like if we have 6 and we divide by 3, we get a 0. So mm, yeah, we got 0 and then 0 divided by whatever is still 0. So, like, I don't think this part of the code is wrong. Maybe the wrong part is this thing I did here with the tiling. Like, I don't even know what tiling is. Like, this is not good, bro. I'm going to do a screenshot to ChatGPT. Maybe it has some idea of what's wrong. Sparkles. What? Mm, X is. Mm, X is frame modulo X frames. So it's telling me that, bro, that's like that might be wrong, but that cannot be the problem here because like literally I have a square shape sprite sheet. So mm, wait, is whatever the AI is saying accurate with this order? 147258 one no 1852 1852. It's like going backwards or what? 741 7, yeah, it's like doing this 741852963, like going starts here, then goes up, then does this. So yeah, like the problem is that I have the order of the stuff wrong or something. So like it's going up. Like why bro? Like I'm getting the number. Like this is the frame number. So like 6, for example. And if you have a 6 and you divide that by the amount of like what is X frames? X frames is the amount of columns. So I divide 6. Okay, I think like the problem is that I'm using like a square example. I'm going to make this. Change. Let's not make it square. So 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now, if I take this 8, for I want the X component to be 4. I want it to be here in this column. So I take the 8, I divide it by, yeah, of course, that's wrong. Like if I divide 8 by 4, it gives me 2. So I will be on that column. Then I need the model for the X. Yeah, I see the problem there. So that means that I just have to invert these two, maybe like this. Then now this will be giving me 8 divided by 4, like this part here. No, wait. No, I'm actually wrong again, right? Like I'm pretty sure I'm wrong again. It's not going to work. Okay, if I take this 8 for the X component, I have to divide it by 2 so that I get the fourth column, maybe. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I have to divide by the amount of. No, wait. Why will I divide by 2? There's no like here. I only have 3 and 4, like 3 rows and 4 columns. It sucks, bro. I really don't get what's happening right now. 8 by 3. Okay, yeah, that's because I need the model. Okay, like if I get an 8 and I divide it by 3, this is the rows. Like if I divide it by 4, the model is 0, so that won't be good. But if I divide it by 3, 8 divided by 3 is like uh, it's like 2 and the model is 2. But then like 2 is for the row. Again, like that's not either. And it's 3 row what? I just don't see how can this work. fine. Or what happens if I invert these two? What will happen? Uh, what? It's 4 times 3. What? 3 times 4? What? Oh, I didn't save it, bro. 4 times 3. It's what? I mean, the dimensions are not really very accurate. Mm, that actually is not it bad. Yeah, this was not the problem. Uh, what? Like now, I don't even know what's happening. Mm, like if I divide by dx, that gives me the row. Like if I get this 8 and divide by 4 columns, I get a 2, which means row 2. Then how do I get the row, bro? Like, no way. That's not okay. Like if I took the 7 and I divide it by 2, it will give me actually a 1. So that's not actually correct. Oh yeah, wait, like, okay. Yeah, 2, like the first row is the row 0, not the row 1. So this is actually giving me the row 3 if I divide by the amount of rows, like the amount of columns. So then I have to divide by mm, yeah, like the problem is that I have this wrong. Like will be they should start at 0, not at 1. That's why I was getting so confused, bro. Okay, it's my bad. Maybe now I can see the problem. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now if I get the 7 and I divide by 4, I get a 1. Like if I floor the division, I get a 1. This. And if I floor it, no, sorry, if I get the modulo from dividing by 4, then I get a 3, which means actually 4, like column 4. So yeah, like it's actually correct. Just do this thing. So I don't get why doesn't it work. Right? What is this, bro? Oh, wait, it's 4 here, not 3 here. But it still doesn't work with that. No, actually it does, bro. No, wait, it doesn't. Uh, like, I don't know, it kind of does, but it does not. Like, the last row seems to work fine. 8, 9, 10, 11, but then the other two are very weird. That's because of the tiling problem. Mm, I know. I have to go for like some minutes. I'll be right back in like 20 minutes or so. I'm not AFK, bro. Was trolling you. Was waiting for you to come. So, like, I think the order is already fixed. I think. No, it's not, bro. I literally don't get the problem. Like the last row, this four worked fine. 8, 9, 10, 11, but then it goes to like here, kinda. It goes from here to here. And then it goes like here. Bro, that's very weird. Mm, like, I don't know it anymore if it's a tiling problem or if it's an offset problem. Mm, very hard to tell. Let me reorder this. So like the X is definitely working fine. Like the X component is fine, but the Y component is doing very weird stuff. Mm, which I do not understand why. For the Y, I'm dividing by amount of columns. So, like again, if I get this 7, I divide by 4, and that gives me like a 1 if you floor the result, which I do here. And then you get the 1. 1 means second column, and then I divide by the amount of. Okay, maybe that's the problem. Yeah, I think here I have to divide by the amount of Y frame. Maybe. So if I get a 2, yeah, that's it, bro. I have to divide by this, and now it's fixed. Like, look, now it's perfect, bro. No, it's not. What? What? 0, 1, 2, 3, 8? Oh, what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 8. Why does it skip the middle? 0, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6. Bro, this shader doesn't know how to count, bro. 0, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's perfect? What's happening? Wait, why is it not perfect? Bro, what do you mean, why is it not perfect? Do you know how to count? Like, this is counting wrong, bro. 0, 1, 2, 3. It goes from 3 to 8, then from 8 to 11, and then back to 4. Why is that happening, bro? It's actually stupid. Makes no sense. Like, let's see, if you get a 7, you do this division and you get a 1, and then from that 1, you divide 1 by 3, so you get 1/3. Uh, 1/3. You can get either 0 or 1, like you can get 0 or 1/3, which is here, or 2/3, which is here. Like, I don't see how is this wrong. Uh, so the tiling is okay. So it's the offset which is wrong right now. I'm going to, I don't know, bro. Mm, like, it just doesn't make sense. How does it go? Oh, yeah. I think I understand, bro. It's just going the other way around. Like, it starts here and then goes up, and up means go back down. Then it goes up again, and then up again, starting on 0. Yeah, that's the problem. So the problem is that it's going in reverse for some reason. Well. So what did I miss? Say Blissful. You missed like a very boring stream of me configuring a shader graph for supporting a 2D sprite sheet. But I already figured out the problem. The problem is that this thing is going backwards on the y-axis. So I need to, I don't know, like, why is it going backwards, bro? Makes no sense. Like, what? I mean, I know how to fix it, but why is this a problem? Like, bro, if this thing gives me like 1/3, it should go here, and then the next one should be 2/3. But for some reason, it's going the other way around. Well, I don't care, to be honest. I'm just going to fix it. So I just take this and I make like, no, not this, but this here, and I make like subtract. Oh wait. Mm, oh, this is actually so dumb. Hey, what happens if I make it like negative? Does it get magically fixed? Maybe? No, it does not get magically fixed. Not at all. So, I can actually try something. What happens if here I have like 1/3? Okay, then 1/3 is this one here, which makes sense, right? Like, yeah, 1/3 is like when you're here. Then let's see what 2/3 look like. Okay, that's absolutely wrong. Like, why is 2/3 the first row? That literally makes no sense at all. Like 2/3 should be here, not here. Like how is this 1/3 and this is 2/3? That's the point. What is he talking about? I don't know, bro. Like, why is it going in reverse? Like it's like this is zero for some reason, and this is 1/3, and this is 2/3, but it should be the other way around. Uh, like why, bro? Yeah, I just need to convert like I need to invert the 0, 1 interval. How do I do that? Mm, bro, just let me finish this, and it will stop hurting your head. Just like give me 2 minutes, bro. Uh, okay, so if I do like yeah, if I do wait, to try, if I do 1 minus this, then this, for example, if this is 2/3 and I do 1 minus 2/3, that's like 3/3 minus 2/3 is 1/3, but with a minus. So I need to get the absolute value of that, or just multiply by -1. But I prefer using the absolute value because I could get like 1 minus 0. No way. No, I actually don't need the absolute value. It's already positive. So I just need to do this, and now it's fixed. Yes. No. What? Why? Bro, what's happening now, bro? Let me check. Like the last row is the problematic one. So this is 2/3. If I do 1 minus 2/3, wait, no, like this is 0. This is 1/3, this is 2/3. So if I do 1 minus 0, that's 1. So what's the problem with that, bro? What happens if I put a 1 in here? Oh, 1 means nothing. For some reason, 1 is nothing, and 0 is the last row, bro. This is so stupid. Like this is actually so stupid. Like, why does it go the other way around, bro? Okay, so, uh, mm, like you have 0, 1. Here you have 1/3, 2/3, and like this is the part that matters. Or when you go to 1, because like 0 is this is 1/3, this is 2/3, and of course, if you go to 1, you get out of the sprite. Like, why is this 0? No, okay, that means that 0 is here, down here. Okay, now we can kind of see it, I guess. So 0 is the bottom, and 1 is the top. Okay, that actually makes some sense. So I need to revert that. So that's what's so annoying. Okay, so I need to make the 0 be the 1. Right? So if I have 1, I do -1, that makes it a 0. then it's okay. I see it. Have to do subtract minus this minus one maybe. And now if I get like this, which should be a 1/3, and I subtract one, that gives me minus 2/3, which considering this is zero, then that's okay. So here is where I have to multiply by minus one to get a positive sign. Mm, or maybe not, because then, no, yeah, I can just multiply by minus one. It's no problem. So multiply by, okay, it's done. Like this is it. There's no way this doesn't work. Like it's literally impossible for this to not work. Okay, this actually it. Look at this. Okay, it doesn't work. Why? Why is it not working again? Bro, there's literally no way this is not working. I can't believe it. Yeah, actually, it makes sense that it doesn't work. Like this is the same as I was doing before, but like worse. Mm, okay, I think I just need to have an offset. Like, okay, let's do this again. If I'm here at 1/3, I need to convert it somehow to a 2/3. Like, I still don't get why it doesn't work, bro. Like, I just do 1 minus this, and then it's 2/3. Like, what's the problem, bro? The problem is that when I get 0, okay, yeah. Mm, like, then this is 2/3, so 1 minus 2/3 is 1/3, but that's okay too. Like, 2/3, then this for the 0, this is 1 minus 3/3, 0. Okay, yeah, but the problem is that I never get up to 3/3. That's the problem. I go from 0 to 2/3. So I need to add an offset. So like here, for example, let me add let me add this fraction. Like it's either add this fraction or subtract it. Subtract it. It's one of those. Okay, so -1. Yes, finally, bro, it's working. Okay, bro. Hey, we did it. We actually taught to the shader how to count up to 11, starting from 0. Mm, okay, so this is pretty epic. This means that now I can finally add this explosion and make it a 5 times 5, and now it will work. Make it like faster. Look at that smoke effect, bro. Wait, why is it skipping some frames? Bro, there's no way. Why does it disappear sometimes? Uh, what, bro? Okay, I'm going to paint numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that might be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth one gets. This one gets skipped. Bro, why? It was working for the other one. Why is it broken now? And then the 11 one gets skipped. So the first one always gets skipped for some reason. Mm, but like it doesn't happen with like this one. Like this one doesn't skip anything. So like what's the difference, bro? This is actually stupid, bro. This literally doesn't make any sense. Mm, I don't understand, bro. I don't even know where the like where is it going instead of going here? Like it oh like the biggest like the weirdest thing is that the other example worked fine. Bro, the one actually works. So it does this five fine, but then for the six, it just disappears. And then comes back for the seven. Like what is this, bro? This is actually so stupid. Like I get all the frames. And then I do modulo with all the frame. So I get a number from 0 to 24, and then I get the modulo from, like, for example, let's see the problematic number. If I get this is actually a 7, not a 6. If I get a 7, then I do 7 divided by 5. No, wait, sorry. For 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 5, not a 7. So 5 divided by 5, I get 0. That's what I get, 0 on the modulo. Then I do 0 divided, it's still 0. So here I put a 0. So what happens if I just write 0 here? Bro, what? Like, it shows the 6 if I write 0. But if I just plug this in, then it skips it. Okay, bro. What? This is literal nonsense. Divide. I don't know anymore, bro. These floors, the floors, whenever I get 5 here, no, like, here I get 5, I divided by 5, small 0. Bro, like, makes no sense. It actually makes no sense. Like, it's not possible for this to get out of the 1. Like, it cannot go to the right from there. It's literally impossible. Let me try. I have to go. So, yeah, see ya.